I had a client ask me, how do future visions work? And it's like watching a hologram. You know those futuristic movies where there's computers where you just touch the air and then it shows you all the things? It's usually like these action movies and stuff. It's kind of like that. I can see images of people when people ask me for a health scan. I project a hologram. So if I was to use my hands, I would be going like this and like this to spin it around, look at it, your body hologram from different angles. But I don't actually use my hands. That would be really weird. Never mind working as a psychic medium, which is really weird. But yeah, that's how it works, and it's the same with time. How do I get these future predictions? I do the same thing with time. It never occurred to me to not spin things around and look at things from a different perspective. No one ever told me I couldn't, so I did. So I moved time around to find out what's going to happen. So you might say, what will happen if I post a letter on Friday? And I'll look to the future to see, pose the question to the future, what will happen? And then I look to the past of that question to see, how did that play out? So the future then becomes the past, because that's how it's shown to me. It's strange, eh? It's been very interesting learning how to work with my natural gifts and how to adjust them to be suitable for readings. I find that some people love the story times and analogies that I use to explain how the readings work, and some people going, just give it to me straight, be as direct as possible. And I'm like, well, okay then. And then I go, blah. And they're like, blink, blink. I'm like, would you like a story time? And they're like, yes, please. So it's always your choice. I like both. They both work. I find that if I just give the direct vision, people are like, explain further. And I got the most delightful feedback today. My one client said the previous reading she had, at the time it didn't all make sense, but then she would listen to the recording, because I recorded for you as a voice note. She would listen to the recording, and then the more often she listened to it, the more it made sense. And she was like, oh. So the future played out in a certain way, because sometimes I'll be giving you guidance for the future, but not saying it quite directly. Imagine if I was to predict, hey, your future partner, romantic partner, is going to have purple hair, and then every single time you see someone with purple hair, you're going, is it you? Is it you? Sometimes knowing the future gives you anxiety. So sometimes I do future predictions and I kind of sneak them in there, and then as things play out, it's like, didn't she say those numbers? Didn't she? Wait, she said something about a red car. And it's like, and now you're prepared for how the future is playing out. So yeah, we can be very direct about the questions, or we can sneak them in to save you the anxiety. So yeah, it's an interesting world being a psychic medium.